Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, we're going to be covering the Honkai animated short, Lament of the Falling. Now, this is going to be an interesting one to cover. I'm excited. It's going to be a longer one as well. And, I don't really know what else to say. So, this one comes during the Nagazora arc, after Kiana escapes from Durandal and May goes to find her and everything. And May has just made a deal with the leader of World Serpent, and this is the fallout of it. Kiana did not take to it very nicely. But I think we should just get started on it. So we should just move over. Boom. Alright, we're gonna get started. 3, 2, 1, go. Hmm. Hmm. Ooh. I've actually always wanted to do a breakdown of this fight, hand to hand. I'll do that afterwards, though. Hmm. Ooh. Oh, this hurts to watch. This hurts to watch a lot. Especially if you know the context. Context is a bitch in this case. Oh. I find it funny how this moment gets called back to twice throughout the later parts of the story. I'll talk about that later as well. It just comes with the last name, honestly. Comes with the family name. You're Kaslana, that's just how it is. Oh man. God. As always, the animation's so good here. Ah, guys. Oh, that drop is so satisfying. God. Oh, man. Oh, I get chills every time I watch this. Man, that drop is so good. Always. This feels so powerful. Oh, I love it. Honestly, one of the more underappreciated OSTs in Honkai. You don't really see many people talking about it. Hmm. Oh, God, that line's good. Oh, man. Why is there so much after this? Oh, it's one of these credit scenes. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's those cubes that we get to see like in chapter 32. Chapter 32. Yeah. If you've played it, you know. Sorry if this one wasn't as animated for me, because context really affects this short in a lot of ways. Knowing the context prior and knowing the context post this short. Okay, there's never going, I'm sorry, but there's just never gonna be a time where this short hits the same as when you first finish, like, the Nagazora arc. When you finish it for the first time and watch this short again, it wrecks you, dude. It's such an effective way to really show up Mei's bottled up pain, her weakness of not being able to do anything while Kiana's just going on and sacrificing herself a bunch of times in a row. Man. But now, looking back on it, it's weird, because if you've seen Graduation Trip and have played, like, the more recent chapters, it's really weird looking back at this animation, because you know what happens as a result of it, and you know how everything turns out. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but it definitely puts this animation in a new light. It's interesting, definitely. But yeah, I will tell you, the first time I watched this short after chapter 17, I was a mess. It was such a good catharsis moment. But yeah, let's break this down real quick. Ooh. The single hand choke though. I saw someone point it out. These two tend to choke each other a lot, because in Will of the Herscher, it opens with Kiana choking out Mei. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely weird seeing Kiana like this now, because she's matured so much since this point. Especially after watching, like, Everlasting Flames. It's so weird to see her like this, being so emotional and impulsive. Especially violent. It's just so weird going back to it, man. Everything about this short is really off in retrospect. But it really shows how far the characters grow. Yeah, Mei's just effectively keeping distance here. Nice. Well, what's this here? So, Kiana overextends the punch, puts too much weight into it. Then Mei has her right hand here, redirects the punch, grabs her fist, and then pulls her forward to throw off balance, then sweeps the other leg. It's not something you'd see in an actual fight, because unless someone's overextending, like, by an insane amount. But yeah, no, that was just a sloppy punch. That should never happen. Alright. That's more like capoeira. Get up hook kick. And then she combos that into a cartwheel kick. And then immediately into a jumping roundhouse kick. But Mei counters it with a straight to the stomach. You can see her holding her stomach there. That definitely hurt. A body jab, I guess, if you can call it that. Hold on. I want to see something here. So, does Kiana have... Okay, no, Mei just has her hand out like this. Okay, I was wondering if Kiana grabbed onto her hand earlier. But no, Mei delivers a knee to the body. Kiana grabs her hand and goes for a shoulder throw. But Mei locks her weight back and grabs onto Kiana's side there. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, so you see her hand here? She immediately grabs onto Kiana's side to prevent her weight from being thrown forward. I actually do wrestle a bunch of guys who know judo throws. So I have been shoulder thrown before, but after the first time, you kind of understand how to counter it. you kind of want to shift your weight forward and plant yourself into the ground, and then catch onto the back of their body so they can't fully throw you over. Because they're not really as much throwing you over their head as they are throwing you to the side. So if you can put a lot of weight onto their opposite side from the hand that they grabbed, you can kind of stand your ground a lot more effectively. So you see, she tries to turn that into an arm twist, but Mei breaks out. Immediately goes for a high left, but doesn't bring it back fast enough, so Mei is able to catch it, turn it over, and sweep her. And then when she tries to get up, Mei front kicks her in the face. Now this takes a lot of hip flexibility and strength to do, and a lot of hamstring strength. If you don't believe me, if you've never done martial arts, go ahead and try to stick your leg up like this, straight, without your knee bending at all. It takes a lot of strength to do something like that, especially in heels. A reckless jumping side kick, that was never gonna hit. I guess like a back handspring kick, I don't really know what to call that. Okay, this was the most ineffective move she could have gone for. Going for a double hand choke as your aggressive move. The issue with this, with a double hand choke like this, is that your opponent still has both of their hands free and their legs. So they could very easily just uppercut you here, or fight hands very effectively, if you're not pushing up against a wall. So usually if you want to choke somebody from the front, you're going to want to use your forearm, and you're going to want to push them into a wall in order to prevent them from getting out. But you also only want to do it with one hand, because if you use both hands, then you have no other hands to defend yourself or to restrain your opponent's arms or anything. So it doesn't work because she stops. She just, see, like that. She just pushes her hands down. No effort at all. Like here, she just puts her hands right over Kiana's hands and then pushes them down and then immediately throws a kick to her side. Which in Kiana's... Okay, yeah. That was horribly overextended. She should have retracted her leg back, but she got her leg caught and Kiana catches it and goes for a knee to the thigh. But the issue here is that Kiana wasn't able to restrain her leg well enough, so Mei is able to just turn her leg over and bend into the elbow, preventing it from hitting. And this was pretty cool. This is her... I think this is her left leg. Yeah, this is Mei's left leg. So her right leg's right here. And then she's able to... Yeah. I think that was a punch. Yeah, I think that was a punch there. Yeah, so she back fists Kiana while retracting. So she brings her left leg forward to rebalance herself. And then uses that momentum to hit Kiana in the face with a back fist. And then immediately uses that for a knee to the face. Oh, that's brutal. Dude, if a real human being got hit with that, they'd be out. They'd be out. There's no way. Look at how Kiana's head, like, flicks back like this. Look at that. That would 100% knock someone out. There's no way that's not knocking someone out. And using that Kasana strength to just throw a bench. Okay, I do not know what her plan of attack here was. Is she gonna go for another, like, neck choke? Like, see how her hands are. She's not winding up for, like, a Superman punch or anything. She just has her hand open like she's gonna try to grab her. But this is a terrible position to grab from because she's above her. And yeah, gets immediately stuffed by a karate chop, I guess. Yeah. And then just doesn't defend herself at all here, because can't. That's something out of a fighting game. Alright, well that's enough of me rambling about the realism of two deity-level fighters beating the shit out of each other on top of a school roof. They probably know better than I do. Ooh. Oh, this scene is cold, though. This scene is cold. Especially this sound effect. I don't know why. This sound effect is so good. I love it. It's so ominous. And we see it in Will the Herscher, too. But here, it's definitely a lot less. Because of the absence of Befall, I guess. Oh yeah, one little detail, I guess you can call it that, is when she's about to start going off on this, you see it starts raining, and then the second she's about to flash back, instead of, like, shedding a tear herself, since this is more of a high anger situation, mixed with, like, feelings of sadness and powerlessness, you see the raindrop stand in for a tear instead of her actually crying during this scene, which makes a lot of sense. Because it'd be weird if Mei just broke out into tears in this part of the scene, but it effectively gets that same... It kind of gives the same effect as if she were the one crying. Oh, that curry looks good right about now, though. Oh, you got some cherry tomatoes, you got a nice runny egg, you got a little katsu over top, you got some green onions on the rice, and you got some curry. Oh, the curry looks good, too. Looks like you got some peppers and some beef. Oh, man. I haven't eaten a good Japanese curry in a while. That sounds really good right about now. I like how this line comes back to bite her in the ass later on. You'll see when we get to Shattered Samsara. Oh, this is so sick. And having the water droplets freeze in midair to have, like, the lightning pass through them. Because, if you didn't know, lightning travels through the yada 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 science things. It travels through the nearest thing with with the highest electroconductivity. Meaning that if it was just the air, the lightning bolts wouldn't have the same, like, shocking effect. So they pass through the water droplets instead. And I'm assuming the electricity causes them to be suspended in midair. I'm gonna be honest, though, this moment here, where Kiana kind of backs up, it doesn't match with her lips, and I've always found this a little bit jarring. I kind of wish they used a side shot instead of a face-forward shot for this, but it is what it is. Just a very minor nitpick. Oh, but when she shatters the Void Lance, that was sick. Yeah, and again here, where it's like using the raindrop, or her... Yeah, where it's using like the raindrop to kind of represent a tear without her actually breaking into tears. I really like that like little detail there. And then when her eyes turn, oh god, that gives me chills. God, that drop where Honkai, dude, that drop where just Honkai World Diva just like flares up. Oh. Oh, that's such a good drop. That's probably my favorite drop in any of these shorts. Oh. I might have to do a lyric breakdown for this song sometime, because I actually don't know what all the lyrics transcribe to. Like, the word that they drop on is aka, which just means red. And then I heard something like amai yume ga, which is sweet dreams are something. I don't know that much Japanese, so I just know that little bit. Yeah, but no, the attention to detail for this sequence here is so good. And like, watch here, right when her eyes, right when this electricity starts going, here, look, like I was saying earlier, like the raindrops are there to have the electricity pass through the air during this time, because like I said, electricity, you can't just pass it through the air like that. You're like, okay, like, pay attention really close. You see all the electric bolts stopping at the water droplets. Oh, it creates such a good atmosphere. God, this was sick. Dude, the awakening of the Herscher of Thunder is so well done. And as well, when I first got here, I was like, how did Mei, who just, like, awoke in this form, defeat Kiana so easily? But I also realized that Mei has a lot more experience dealing with the Herscher power, since she had to deal with it basically since, like, high school, whereas Kiana only awakened it, like, less than a year ago at this point. So I guess that makes sense. Also, it's one of those moments where Mei's hair is really inconsistent. Sometimes it's, like, purple, and sometimes it's black, but it is what it is. Ugh, what was that? God, but this is so menacing. This is so anime as well. Look at the eyes. Look at like the I'm gonna murder you eyes. Oh, nah, this short is so good. I really love Lament of the Fallen. I think it is such a well done animation. Oh boy. And this line here, man. This line here, if rescuing is a sin, I'll gladly become a sinner. Oh, that is one of the best lines that we've seen in Honkai Impact. No doubt about it. Oh, that line lives rent-free in my head. That's such a good one. Yeah, but I don't really know if there's any other details to go through here. And then after this, May went off to go meet a pink elf, and shenanigans ensue from there. Anyways, yeah, I think that's probably enough. This video is already pretty long. I might have to edit it down a little bit, but if you guys like this, leave comment down below. I react. I see all the comments, and I try to reply to as many comments as I can. If you guys have any thoughts or any ideas about the short that I may not have noticed, please leave that down below. And I'm probably just going to sign off for now. Thank you guys, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!